September 228 and 5th September, and I'm encircled by sinners. Not encircled, but it's full of sinners. So I'm walking a bit away of the coffee shop again. Reminds me. So this is this dream that I had yesterday, and there was many visions before that. But as I put a job application for the um, it seems like even my drive and in my dreams are standing by, for the nation and stuff like that, for peace and the freedom of religion. So I'm just waiting. Like, I'm not gonna go back and ask before I knew that, what's gonna be the two numbers tip for tomorrow, or who's gonna win. My taste or my drive for money is gone. It's like, I would work for good. Even I said it for 2,500, even if they offer 60,000. Like, what I'm gonna do with the money? Go around and sin? I don't have family. So basically the dream was, after this introduction, there was we were four guys. No, just before we were four guys, there was two scenes. The first scene, I was like in a basement trying to rent a room, since been homeless for a while. First time in my life, like, really, and accepting, and like, not 1 month in the wood, and for Jesus, and then the winter comes. So I did a pretty stripe, and mostly it was when for XY reason, not always with God, but not always, like, you know, trying to find out a point, and I think I found out. And God warned me before to rent. I published. He said, a church is not built is built with walls and bricks, etc. But I didn't always follow. Struggling with health. So I'm trying to find a room, and I'm barg. The guy is like a basement, because it's really dark, and I feel it's basement. And he says there's one left. I don't know if he was lying or not, because his friend came from the left, and this guy's in front of me, and let's say I'm 6 o'clock. This guy's at whatever 12, 1, and this guy comes. It's not important which time. I heard, and he's like trying, and he's like, oh, and and after he says, oh, it's the last or something. Probably they say to everybody. I felt there was other rooms close by, but they were still somehow private. And just like, if you, and then he says the rent, and he's bargaining, and no, he's not bargaining, he's asking me how much, or he says 700, and I'm saying 5, and there was no, he's not gonna make it 6. Like, well, we're serious. He said 7. I felt like, if I say 6, okay, and I said 500, and that was kind of my budget. It was cheap, but it seems to me it was just like, let's say they would not make money, but let's say, you know what I mean. They would, but not a lot. I don't know. It's like, there's other signification that I want to skip right now. So I said 5, and it's like, no. And then I leave, or rather, we're suddenly 4. It's outside in the day. I feel like 4 guys, and they decide to guys decide to play some cards, and I don't feel like, see, just like I said before the introduction, I don't feel like, and he's like, no. And then they decided, well, before that, excuse me, he wants to invite me to sleep over, one guy, and I said no. And he's like, come on, I'm no. And I'm thinking to my mind, how I'm gonna take my sunglasses off. And because one time in my life, I was a young poet. I took some glasses, and then a guy uh, offered me to sell marijuana only in a park that was like there was a kind of, it was stamped, a territorial stamp, for people who don't understand, in Montreal, and that's all I'm gonna say. And basically, he said they were running this from morning to night, and he had a curfew, this guy, and he saw me around writing poetry in that and park or whatever, and just chatting, but not a lot because I was not interested into drugs. I was just friendly with people, starting my life, having a place downtown. So he says, "Hey, you wanna? I got a curfew. I just got rearranged or whatever." He said 10 between 10 to and at this point I just bought him a 5 before, and I was not smoking a lot. I was on welfare, poor, paying my rent, room. God forbid how much it was, like left $100, not even to eat a month. So he's like, so I had no, I was not begging for puffs and I was not doing that. But he thought about me. He says, "Hey, because one time I spin, anyways, and he said, I turned around, did some turn of the fountain, and even people, hey, and one guy comes trying to blow. He says the TV's on there. I'm like, no, he doesn't want to talk. Why is he doing that? And it's just ridiculous, young, trying to stop the time, but uh, I don't know, just missing, just being silly growing up, and not knowing about God. So after that, why I'm saying this is that I wear these glasses, and between 10 and 12, I cover him up. I make 200. I look at my shoes, leather, young poet, and leaving the house whole. I'm like, okay, I remember I literally looked down on my shoes and I told myself, here's my chance to get some shoes. But then when money comes fast like this and it's so easy and there's no heat and everything, you continue the other day, and suddenly you had great plans to be a great writer, but suddenly, boom, it's easy money, and then the weed was illegal. It was 99 at that time anyway. So I keep wearing those sunglasses for various personal reasons. The whole time I'm gonna sell, even for 2 years. So I had not really good friends. I was tipping in clubs, $100 for 5 bottles of water every time, $20. Just silly. I was not thinking about money, and I was not even going to hookers and stuff like that. I just waited for a better future that didn't really come, and my health went, I guess, somehow. There was other stuff in my life after that, but I'm thinking in this dream, how I'm gonna take those sunglasses off, even though I'm not wearing sunglasses at all. Yesterday there was a pair of Armani, nobody, and I didn't even took it. An empty restaurant, even the people working, they were at the back talking for 5 minutes. I waited for coffee, I just left. They were there on the desk in the morning downtown, and they were not scratched at all. I'm like, what? And but I don't steal. I left, and then what happened? I'm gonna take those sunglasses off, and these two went on the left, and one time one guy on the 3 o'clock suddenly is black, and I'm like, I felt like this guy invited me, but they were white before, it seems to me. And the only time we guys play when we were young with other at school in Montreal Iranians, not important, was Monopoly, one game, and I won. But not only was my board, but I was ahead of people in the thoughts. But I guess I was blessed with a good health, because let's see, if you when you lose your health, who's smoking the damn weed here? When you're waking up or you're sleeping. Some people need to smoke weed to cope with their own bullshit, but this is bad. Anyways, and yeah, you take your health of somebody is very hard to, even if he wants to think and he's good. But basically, what happened is I'm thinking about this, and there's two, and the other guy, we kind of were paired up. He wants to play cards, and I don't want, and he decided, okay, well, we'll shoot rock paper scissors, and so I had kind of no choice. Leave it to the divine or somehow to choose. I'm like, okay, so we rock paper scissors, and I have a second before, and I'm praying to my right to God which one to choose, and he's telling me this. So I do like this, but he does the same. So it's a draw, we did again. I pray God a second, and then I see like this, like a rectangular form, and I'm thinking fast before we shoot again. Okay, it must be rock. So I do like this. He, man, or did 3 draws. Wow, fucking music and garbage of the devil, man. And matter of fact, I swear to God, these fucking people with music, and I ain't gonna swear, I swear to God, when I look, they looked here. And look how far it is, those cars over there. You see? And am I talking super loud? You see how people are stupid and noisy? Like they shit to bother people here in Toronto and probably other place. No, I'm rough because you're fucking shitting and you're fucking in the ass too. Goddamn shitholes, man. Fucking idiot. I don't know how Jesus will do walk in here. That's why he ain't gonna fucking walk. Somebody's gonna clean it before, with force or not. Oh, fucking shit. Look at this car full of things. So fucking army, and you're right. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, fucking. They're running their cars, man. People are so lazy. I'm gonna stop here because I ain't gonna preach and go around a rant here because people are so evil here. And then, and then we shot. I think it might have been 3 times, like maybe. Anyways, I'm not in a good setup here. I wasn't expecting much everything, so but the last one I remember with this rectangle, let's say it's the 3rd time or not, and look how dirty it is, man. Jesus. Some people doing underground stuff here with all this garbage. And then after this, the rectangle, so I do like this, or I do this and he does this. But when he did it, he took a second after. He did like, he could do like this or like this, and I saw that he had some experience on that, so he shoot, but I'm not saying nothing like a half second or a second later, but I saw it in my corner of my right eye. He's at my 2 o'clock and he's getting some like that. I get this deck of cards, and in the middle they were up, and it's rectangle like this, and it makes me think about another dream right now that I published. Hey, look, with Trump, and there was like 5 scenes, and then and then I take that desk, I kind of wanna mix them, and then what happened? Oh yeah, sorry, something came in the window. Then it zoomed on him, and this guy, you know who it was? I think I saw it before when we kind of split or not, but at this point, it was the guy. What's his name, man? That played in Fargo, the guy that tried in that movie, and he played the movie Cooler. That I said that the guy at the Niagara Falls when I worked and bailed me out for defending myself. Like he looked like him, William H. Macy. So this guy, it zoom on him. That's the guy that I played. The other 2 guys on the left, we don't see them no more. After we start to, I mix the card and take and shoot. It zoom on him, and he turns his left on the left, and it zoom slowly, and he says, "The devastation is coming."